Hey everybody,
Hi.
this is our first official video.
Yeah.
We're going to do a brief introduction of ourselves and talk a little bit about what this vlog is going to be and what we're going to talk about and all that stuff. We're going to ask each other some questions. That's our intro.
Yeah.
So, who are you and what are your pronouns?
My name is Alex Fisher, and my pronouns are they, them. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely. We doing this one way or back and forth? We didn't talk about this.
Yeah. I think one way and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 32. I think I'm 32. I'm 32.
Okay.
My birthday's in July.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. What's your day job?
So technically, I'm a wedding planner. I own a wedding planning business. However, given the current climate of the Rona, I don't have any weddings until August, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I have been Shipt shopping. Shout out to Shipt. Effing love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And doing like random odd jobs for folks. Random stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Cool.
But like predominantly wedding planner. But that's all changing. It's a long story. Anyway.
You're open to opportunities.
Also, this chair is farting.
Farting chair?
It's a farting chair.
Oh my gosh. We gotta get new chairs. What's your Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, and your sun sign?
All right. Fully obsessed with all three of these things. I love personality stuff. So my Myers-Briggs is an ENFJ. I have been a lifelong ENFJ. Every time I've taken the test, without fail, super duper strong E, super duper strong N, super duper strong F and J. So,
for folks that don't know what those letters mean,
extrovert, intuitive,
yes,
feeling, and judging.
Cool.
Yeah, that's like that's me in a nutshell. Then my Enneagram is a 2, kind of obvious. The Enneagram, also I say it Enneagram. Some people say it Enneagram.
I say Enneagram.
Yeah, see? Tomato, tomato. Anyway, it's essentially just another personality typing thing, test, whatever. But it goes like way deeper into like how you show up in a healthy way, how you show up when you're not feeling at your best, and then like the ebbs and flows of life and how you can integrate your personality traits to best serve you, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to be a 2?
The 2 is a helper. So at my best, I am serving people with an open heart and being really happy and excited about life and giving and generous, but also knowing my boundaries. When I am not at a healthy place, I am self-sacrificing. I don't particularly pay attention to my needs, and I'm just giving to receive like affirmation and feedback, and not necessarily because it's something that I want to do. Then luckily, thank you, Jesus, I've only ever experienced like deep dive, real negative 2 energy when I was like in not great relationships. And so my environment was very chaotic and I was just not a happy camper. Yeah. You knew me then.
I did.
Good times. And then my sun sign is Cancer. Little crap.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Cancers are very emotional, very in tune with their inner system. A lot of times cancers are very intuitive and empathic. And we typically wear our hearts on our sleeves. So like what you see is what you get. I am not the type of person that's like one way on the internet and the another way in person. Like I am very much this. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
What's something that you're good at?
This sort of speaks to my personality traits. Obviously, that makes sense. I am really great at being a cheerleader, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So I am a big fan of supporting people. Obviously, like when I'm in my healthiest, it's ideal if I'm like not self-sacrificing and I'm setting limits and boundaries and whatever so that I can genuinely show up for people. So when I am at my healthiest and I'm able to cheerlead and support and be just a kind, loving human in somebody's life, that is my shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's something that you're not so good at?
I am not so good at, actually, I'm going to rephrase what I just said. I am learning to be better at, not that you have to be in like this perpetual like self-improvement state, because I'm not a fan of that, but I am actively working on being more confident in the steps and action-oriented stuff that I do. So like trusting my gut and following the thing that I am feeling called to do, but I'm having a hard time trusting to just go and do the thing. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what book are you currently reading?
I have a lot of books. This stack actually is my stack of books that I would like to read throughout the rest of this year. But the one that I'm currently reading is the very first book that Brené Brown wrote, all about shame and stepping out of those patterns that we were all raised in. So
cool.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have for you.
Dang it. All right, cool. Well, let me ask you some questions.
Cool. I'm ready.
Sir. All right. Who are you and what are your pronouns?
My name is Ethan Johnstone and my pronouns are he, him, his.
How old are you?
I'm 38 as of 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost 40.
Yep. I like to tease him and say he is in his late 30s.
What's that mean?
Just that you're getting old, you know?
I'm 38. Next question.
What's your day job?
I'm a social worker and I lead a nonprofit called Pride Link that serves the LGBTQ plus community in upstate South Carolina.
Love that.
So it's pretty cool that that's my day job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your job title? Because I love this.
I am the lead community builder.
Yeah. This guy.
So it's basically like executive director, but it's not executive director. Like I do a lot of things that an executive director does, but because our culture is different, it's intentional that is my job title because everything that I do is all about building community. So
yep.
That's why that's my job title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cheerleaderness is coming out. I just want to like high five the shit out of you right now. Okay. What is your Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, and Sun sign?
So my Myers-Briggs is ISFJ, and I think it's changed like a lot of times. When I was a kid, I was an E, which means I was extroverted. I'm very much not extroverted anymore. And S is sensing, and so like observation and taking everything in from my environment and like making sense of it and using what I've observed to make decisions. Yeah, feeling. I think that might be different.
What's the other option?
T, thinking.
Oh,
I think that might be different.
that's different.
So I might be an ISTJ.
Mhm.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm an IS something J. I'm a 5 on the Enneagram, which means I live in my brain, and which is why I think I'm probably a T rather than an F.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gather information. That's basically what a 5 does. Is like stays in their little hole, learns all the things, gathers all the information, wants to know everything, background and history of everything in order to make it. Could be a really simple decision, and I want to know all the things about it before I'm able to make a decision. But that's okay, because I get stuff done.
Yeah.
So yeah. And it also is like what's the word? Avarice, which is like not withholding to withhold, but like I just am pretty private, which is actually cool that we're doing this and that it was my idea, because that's growth in terms of being a 5.
Let me just pause you right there.
All right.
Technically, this was my idea like 3 years ago, because my extroverted ass was like, let's make a video series. And you were like, fuck that.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Currently, this time.
Yes. He started.
Yes. So, so that's what it means to be a 5. So like withholding, not super sharing. So like we are very different when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internal processor, external processor.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, therapy, for teaching us that.
Yeah. Yep. And sun sign, I'm an Aries, so super independent and very action oriented. So I get things done.
Or as I like to say, fuck shit up, babe.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love this. Okay. What's something you're good at?
So we prepped for this because I can't just like come up with answers just like that, because I'm an internal processor and it takes me a minute to process things. So we did this yesterday. Anyway. And I was like, here's what I'm good at, and here are my answers. And then I forgot. So let me think. I'm good at taking care of plants. We have lots of plants, and I like taking care of them.
Maybe we'll give you a tour sometime.
Maybe we'll do that. I'm good at bringing people together. I'm good at planning, being intentional about things. Yeah, that's all for now.
One of the things that you mentioned was, and you also have a mug from one of your former jobs.
Oh, yeah.
What's it say?
What's it say? Most organized?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm good at being organized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. What's something you're not so good at?
Not so good at. What did I say the other day? Damn it. Not so good at. I'm not so good at.
This.
Yeah, this. Be like coming up with stuff on the spot. I'm not so good at that. I like to have time to plan and think things out. I'm not so good at like making very quick decisions. I'm not so good at like putting words to thoughts and experiences. until I've had time to process, and then I'll tell you all day long what's like. We'll eventually get there. It might take me like stumbling over my words for 15 minutes, but if you're willing to listen, we'll get there.
Stick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun. I like this. What book are you currently reading?
I think I'm reading 3. So I read Harry Potter every night before I go to bed. And this is my 3rd time through.
Maybe 4th.
Yeah.
I feel very proud about this, by the way. That was like a...
They did this.
Whew.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost a deal breaker. It was not a
Barely.
deal breaker. I'm totally lying. But Ethan hadn't read any of the books or seen, I think he'd seen maybe 1 or 2 of the movies.
Yeah.
When we started dating, and I was like, hell no. Get on that shit right now.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I read that. And then I just started reading What's in the Way is the Way by Mario Malley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's really good. But it's also like, what? How do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all about like being present and find like you're basically always okay. Whether you feel or think you're okay or not. Like your natural state of being is one of okayness. So, yeah, I'll get back to you on that. And I'm reading Dare to Lead by Brene Brown for the 2nd time. So, all about leadership and like vulnerability and being real and authentic, and that shit is hard.
One that I thought of that we could totally not do, and we could edit this out, whatever. What is your Hogwarts house?
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Slytherin.
Isn't that surprising? I feel like that's surprising. But like, you're such a go-getter.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that I know, not the only thing, but what you hear about Slytherin and what you see in the movies is that they're all shitty and they're douchebags.
Right. Like Draco Malfoy, come on, man. You don't have to be such a dick.
They're really ambitious.
Yes.
And I guess they're action-oriented.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and also like Snape's heart, this is full of fucking spoiler alerts. We should have mentioned that. But like,
I mean, Harry Potter's been out for a while, y'all.
Yeah, for real. So get on that. Sorry if you're 11. But like,
you shouldn't watch this if you're 11.
No. The lots of curse words.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry. But like Snape's heart.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do all that.
He really didn't have to be so assy, but like he was in it to win it. That's the thing that I see in you is like you are, once you commit to something, you are fully there.
That's true. I just go about it differently.
Yes. You are far from Snape.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you?
I'm a Gryffindor.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking. Yeah, pretty psyched. I've been fully obsessed with Harry Potter since they started coming out, and it has a very special place in my heart because I used to hate reading and writing and was like, felt very discouraged about both of those activities, and now I'm obsessed with both. And I attribute that to Susan, my mom, purchasing the first book for me when it came out and giving it to me and being like, I think you might like this. Everybody says it's great. And then I just like took a giant deep dive in, and here we are, reading and writing all over the place. All right.
Cool.
So what's this gonna be?
So what I was thinking just a few days ago, a few weeks ago, whenever all this coronavirus stuff started, it has made me basically want to come out of myself and just connect more with people and like share that human experience. And yeah, I thought that it would be a cool thing to do with you. And because we are so different and it works really well, but we've also had to work at it. And like this could be another sort of growth experience for us, for our partnership.
Yeah.
And a way for us to together connect with folks, audience out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about how we're showing up and how we're coping and dealing and handling all of the current pandemic and the crisis and what that looks like for us. Yeah.
That'll be the second episode.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Yeah, but I everything you just said, I'll mirror. And then also like that it is a powerful thing to share one's story, because it then is like ripple effect out. It encourages other people to show up in authentic ways and to share their lived experiences. And I mean, just reading the Brené Brown book that I'm reading has been talking about like speaking shame and letting it dissipate the layers of our lives that have been built up around shame and guilt and all of the things that keep us stuck. So to be able to speak like, hey, I'm feeling this kind of way about the world situation or this thing in our partnership or whatever, and then to share that, like, once, not to be like a dick or anything, but like, we're pretty fucking good at being in a partnership together. And so I feel like sharing what we've learned so far, here's what we've done and here's our lived experience and here's our story, both individually and as a partnership, and hope you enjoy watching.
Yeah. So one of the things that I hope we do is like talk about what it looks like and what it means and how it feels and what that experience is like being a queer couple in the South. And like communication and like navigating difficult stuff, like experiences like family deaths and like just rough patches in our relationship. And yeah, in addition to more about who we are and more about what's going on in the world and how that's affecting us and yeah, all that.
Yeah.
So
just being real on the internet, you know.
Yep.
We just want to do this when it feels right. So maybe every week, we'll see.
That's ambitious.
Yeah. That's ambitious. I like to dream big.
And I'm the realist.
Yeah, big time. We balance each other out nicely. So yeah, just the next time we're here, I hope you enjoy it. And if you have topics or ideas that you want to hear us speak about during one of our videos, feel free to add that in the comments below and share this with people that you think might be interested in hearing about our lives. Yeah.
And subscribe and like.
Oh my gosh. Rate and review. Do the things on the internet. You don't have to do that shit. Whatever. Just watch it.